Yo, what's going on? It's the Heavyist podcast, weekly worship at the altar of radness. We've got Jimbo back. Mastiff are about to unleash a cracking new EP for all the dead dreams tomorrow. So it's out there in the world as you're consuming this. Thank you for joining us, James. It's an honour to see you, and you do look rather high def, actually. Might I say?
Do I? Well,
Yeah.
bloody hell. Well, modern times, as I said earlier, the technophobe
famously have a strong
advancing
grasp on technology, don't you, mate?
slowly.
How you
Mate.
doing, man? Last time I saw you, we were both getting our faces melted off by dragged into sunlight.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's wearing
Hey,
it.
he's got the
Ah,
shirt on,
Lovely.
hey.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get into this t-shirt in the 7 years I've had it, because, and now I can. So,
Well done.
Sonny, you
yeah.
inspired me last week.
Oh
With
yeah.
your AFI shirt, yeah. I thought, I know what I could try. Yeah.
See
But
what you
yeah,
can get
the
into.
dragged in Sunlight gig, that was another thing. That was
Something
probably
else.
I would actually say that's probably my top gig I've ever been to.
It's got to be up
Probably.
there. It was insane,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
absolutely.
it was. I think I was tripping. I was like, people say, yeah, whatever. I'm like, no, I think I was actually literally like spaced out on it. It was the most intense thing I've
High
ever
on music.
encountered. Yeah,
Love that.
I've
They're
seen
doing it
multiple people
again
say
next
that
year,
it
aren't they?
is the best thing that they've seen, pretty much.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
board. It's got high points.
You probably can't remember much of it, can you? Though.
No, I was battered by that point.
Yeah. I'll play drinking games with Northerners.
Should have known better than that, mate.
You don't do that. Yeah, mate, it's lovely to have you back on. I think the last time we spoke, you were just unleashing a new album, and this time you've got an EP. I think last time, obviously, the previous thing was on Monarch
Yep.
Heavy, and since you guys have moved to Church Road, which is
We are.
obviously cool as hell. If you're going to be a heavy band from the UK, you might as well be on Church Road for just cool points, I think, realistically.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were a bit panicky when the Monarch thing came to an end, and we were like, well, let's see. We did have one more option. Not that the other option was an afterthought or a secondary thing at all, but even the other option said that we should be where we are on Church Road, and Justine and Sammy have been amazing, very accommodating. Couldn't wish to work with nice people, really. So,
Nice.
can't. There's no fault, no bad blood, anything between us and Monarch. It just came to an end. We are what we are. We can't tour probably as much as they really wanted us to, needed us to. So, just got to be realistic about things. So onwards and upwards, or whichever way you want to go, sideways and upwards, or whatever. So, yeah, it's just nice to be, accepted again by another amazing record label.
A national institution. Let's
say
it how it is.
Yeah. I mean, we seem to have had more of a response by this than getting signed originally to Monarch. So
That's cool.
being in the thing, you never actually realise how everybody else views, perceives, or whatever the whole situation. So yeah, it's great.
No, that's cool,
Awesome,
man. So what was the decision behind like going into an EP this time? Obviously, you guys have been doing albums, and I think doing an EP is pretty great. I love it when bands put out EPs that are like well established. Like I feel like you shouldn't be beholden to sort of like regulated creativity, you know, like just like you have to smash out an album every
Cycles,
2 years.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
mean,
like it. When I saw the news, I was like, sick. I'm into them doing an EP. What was the decision process for you guys?
Well, I don't know. Probably, if I'm honest with you, we didn't have quite the amount of money to spend, which is, you know, a modern thing. You know, modern day life is like that, isn't it, for everybody?
Mate, Starmer's Britain, mate.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. Thanks, yeah. Thanks, Kia. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, well, I'll vote you in, and then you're 11 minutes.
It's 7.50 for catch-up. No wonder you haven't got. You can't record 9 tracks.
Yeah. So and then, I mean, you know, Leave Me the Ashes and Deprecipice have got not filler tracks on them, but they've got tracks that, you know, are extras, noise tracks. You know.
Yeah, you can call it what it is. It's got some noisy nonsense in there. You can call it what it is. You know, they've got some noisy nonsense in there.
No, because it's Dan's thing, isn't it? Dan, our bass player, he's a noise merchant.
He's into that, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
A noise merchant.
you know, not that we are noise merchants, but you know what I mean. And so
There's levels
we thought,
of
right,
noise,
okay,
yeah.
we wanted to do more of a straight up hardcore vibe feel to it. Definitely more straight to the point. So you know, it's probably what we would have done with anything, and then faffed about and filled it out if we'd have had the time and money. So
Yeah.
It's basically just cut all the fat off it and smack you in the bollocks with it.
Christ, it does that successfully, mate. Bloody hell.
Well, thanks. Cheers. You know, again, I said to you earlier that I'm intrigued to know what people view. We've not had any bad reviews, and I'm not, you know, I've said also, I'm not being a cocky prick, but this one is, because it's got no fat on it, it is like, okay, you can bite into this and you're going to get the filling straight away. So, yeah.
Well, we're also here today to talk about another fantastic record that also doesn't have any fat on it, and I think you guys have sort of done a similar thing on this, and I think you've obviously sort of taken the direction that you shifted to slightly in the last record. You know, less sort of trudging the sludge, which was, you know, what we all fell in love with Mastiff was, you know, that absolute dirge. But yeah, on the last record, you displayed more of just a bit more athleticism, I think, in the tracks. You know, there was a lot more sort of, it was a lot more mosh ready, and I think you've just doubled down on it on this thing, man. Like, you know, when the EP came over, like the press notes, like the FFO was Harm's Way, Gate Creeper, Nails, and I think it's fucking bob on, mate. I think that's exactly. I think you guys have, and that's a cracking FFO. You get some weird FFOs, right? I always like judge a record on its horrendous FFO that like PR people put together. The Conjurer record that's coming out, by the way, has got an FFO of Mastodon, Gojira, Oathbreaker. It sounds nothing like any of those bands. So like, that's
I don't even know. I think James, our guitarist, wrote the press notes. So, and he's obviously writing most of the music, or you know, massively part of it. So,
so he knows what he's
doing.
doing.
I honestly don't know who writes FFO things. Sometimes I look at them and I'm thinking, what? Just as you are, you know. It's just, yeah. No, you don't sound like Busted.
No, I love the EP, mate. I think it's really, really sick. I think, like you say, it's trimmed out any fat, and it's just bangers. It's bangers, sick breakdowns, memorable moments, like brilliantly heinous lyrics. I do love. I feel like you've taken a bit of a leaf out of, you know, the Good Saint Vincent's book and the you know, bury me in a shit-filled grave, Jimbo. Come on.
Oh yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Can we just a round of applause for that, please? Thank you.
Points on the board.
Let's have when you wrote that, like, what were you thinking? Like, who was the first person you told you'd written it down? Because you must have been stoked. Like, when did it enter the group chat?
I don't think it was anything like that. I think we write live, so like it's one of those that just spews out, and you go, oh, and everybody went, okay, yeah, but it's not out of the norm. Do you know what I mean? It's not an out of the norm thing for us now. So it's, the lyric writing was very intense because I went back the morning I was supposed to be recording the lyrics, the vocals. I was in a hotel in Manchester going, fuck, I've gotten out, shit, my brain farted.
Were you supposed to be recording them?
Yeah, well, we were at No Studios that day, and I'd come down on the night before. I'd learnt my lesson on Depressivist because
I wanted to ask you about that.
I think everyone will probably remember my stories of going, hey, look, I'm good at partying. Oh, shit, I'd fucking ruined my voice.
You were being Mr. Cool, and you had to redo the lyric, redo the vocal.
Well, no, I had to redo the vocals.
Guns N' Roses, Jim, come on.
Yeah, come back next month with a voice box, yeah. Don't do hot chili trials and all that sort of shit. And, yeah, so...
You're on hot ones and
but then my brain completely farted because I was not pissed up, and I don't believe in myself as most people in bands don't, and I was like, oh, God, these lyrics that I've got now are shit. I better write some more, and... I don't know. I seem to have found a little bit of a niche, maybe where, or not a niche, but I've found my little thing where I perform under immense strain better.
Respect. You always talk about how you like when you write lyrics, you have to go to like a really dark place. Do you feel like maybe leaving it to the last minute meant you could kind of cut loose and maybe have a little bit more fun with it?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I was in the dark. The track on it that is the darkest one was already written. That one I trusted. But the other ones were just maybe I didn't have time to open the little dark horrible hole up and have a look inside quite as much because there's a bit more political stuff on it rather than internal. So. Yeah, I guess that's the best way of putting it, probably, Gary. Yeah, I didn't have time to think quite as much on that morning, so it spewed out a little bit more venomous, maybe, rather than... Not that I do it deep and meaningful, but yeah. So, it went a bit more venomous towards...
Mate, it works. I think maybe this is me just sort of... I don't want to be putting words in your mouth, but like... Off the back of The Precipice, you guys got the best response you'd ever had for an album, right? So do you think maybe you were just kind of buoyed up in confidence from that to be like, you know what, I know what I'm doing. I actually know what I'm doing.
God, no. Exact opposite. Because that was so good.
Oh, you got scared to try and top
because
it.
I'm thinking, I've got to follow that. And I did it with The Precipice, I did it with Leave Me the Ashes. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, no, not again. And I'm doing it already now, but I have learnt now to stick every little thing that comes into my head, write it down, stick it somewhere. Just, I've got 1,000 notes already for stuff. So
yeah. That's sick.
Cool.
The artwork, I love the artwork. You True Spilt Milk Designs again. Absolutely smashed it. I think it looks so sick. It's like, two dudes engaging in a nice bit of pugilism. I noticed one of them's got a sneaky little Mastiff tattoo on there as well, which is sick.
They've both got a sneaky little Mastiff
Have they?
tattoo.
I didn't see the other one.
Because they're idiots. scrapping over Dan Dolby over this he gets us. He just knows what the hell he's doing. I absolutely worship his artwork. If I could get some of the stuff that, unfortunately, he's sold a lot of rights to, or not maybe rights, but he's sold a lot to an American company, and then you've got to re-import it, and it's ridiculous. So I can't get my hands on like the Alien stuff that he's done and what have you. But
right,
he's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and such a nice guy. I mean, not that we would work with a twat. But he is genuinely a nice guy. You know what I mean?
if he's good at what he does, doesn't matter what he's what sort of person he's. No.
Well, yeah, but then if Donald Trump could fucking draw like a hero, then you wouldn't work with a prick, would you? You know what I mean?
If he could draw a sick logo, maybe I think.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, look, Netanyahu's come up with a real banger.
Netanyahu's got swastika too. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
And speaking of working with nice people, you've gone back to Joe Clayton, recording to do it. Have you recorded the last 3-4 releases with him? Last 3.
Yeah. Plague was a local kid from Hull who now lives in Canada. But yeah, so Joe is, again, it's just easy to work. It's so easy to work with somebody who you get on with like a mate. And he's just such a cool kid. And I love spending our time in his little dungeon with him. He's such a nice little room, and it shouldn't be such a nice little room, but he's just too easy to work with. Why would we not pick him every time almost?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this EP's got a bit of, it's a slightly different kind of sound to it. It's almost brighter in its kind of.
Yeah, well, again, I guess we're all learning tricks and what have you, and as we're learning, I'm sure Joe's learning, so he knows now what we're aiming at and aiming for, and also I guess he doesn't want us to sound the same as every other.
No,
release.
That's it. And he also doesn't want all your records to sound the same either, does he? So I guess that's the benefit you get of going back to the same person every time. It's like he knows what he did last time, so that he knows, oh, maybe I don't do that, and maybe I add this time, and like you kind of get iterations of your sound to just keep perfecting it, rather than going to a different person and having to get them to figure it out every time. Like
and you know, as daft as it is, you know where the bloody kettle is. You know what I mean? It's just daft things like that.
You know he's got the good tea bags.
It makes everything easier. You know what I mean? It's just easy. And why wouldn't you want? I mean, the bloody things aren't enough trying to, you know, squeeze blood out of stones as it is. So, you know, if you can pour fucking coffee over a stone a bit easier. I don't know what the fuck I'm on about now. Jesus Christ.
Metaphor got a little bit lost there, mate. But
yeah. But you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's used to my babbling bullshit. So.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I gotcha.
There's a couple of sort of new things musically on this record that I really enjoyed, like the surprise like mathy as fuck breakdown on the is it Decimated Graves, that track, bro. That came out of nowhere, knocked me clean out. I loved it. What were you sort of happy to hear that? Like obviously it's a bit more crazy than you've been used to.
Well, I don't think we're ever close to any ideas. So I mean, if it fits, it works, and it works, doesn't it? It's, you know, I guess as anyone, you know, I can't say what they're writing, what's inspiring them, particularly writing wise, as in Phil and James, but they're whatever they're listening to at the time maybe has got an influence somewhere along the lines. I know Jam does a lot of mathy stuff, what have you. So that's probably one of his little Easter eggs or whatever you want to call it. So yeah. It's just everything's better on this. That's why I don't want to sound like a cocky prick, but everything is better on it. And it's not because it's slower and faster and all the rest of it. It's just a better written thing.
Yeah, I think the tracks are more dynamic. Yeah. They fucking hit harder. Like I think there's a lot of memorable lyrics from you. I think it's an absolute banger, mate. I'm stoked. I think you're definitely just like putting out better stuff with every release, and it fucking rules.
Yeah, well, again,
that's what you want to.
I don't want to rest on my laurels, and I don't think any of us rest on our laurels. So I think that's why we always sort of, you know, there was a couple of extra tracks maybe floating about to start with, and we were just if they don't, you know, give you some sort of add-on, why would you, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to keep beating your meat to something you're not into, are you? Do you know what I mean?
Is there anything
that metaphor worked much better?
Yeah.
Is there anything like stylistically you like to lean into, like on like more releases? Like, is there anything that you're like, oh, I'd like to do that one day, or like I'd like to do something that sounds like something like, or even for yourself, like vocally, is there anything that like you want to?
I write my vocals. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't say no to singing.
A nice crowbar chorus.
Eh?
A nice crowbar chorus.
Ooh. Well,
Come on.
you know, maybe. I wouldn't say no to it. I really wouldn't say no to it. And I think there's maybe a little bit of an influence on something else we're going to talk about soon. That was on one of their tracks. I was like, oh, okay, that's the thing. Yeah. So no, there's I was trying to say, I write my lyrics to their music, so whatever they come up with, I have to sort of fit around it. I'm not musical in any way, shape or form, so I am at their beck and call. And now we've got an extra member. Fuck knows what they're going to come up with. Yeah, now Dan's our third guitarist.
So you've got three guitarists now.
Yeah,
as if you were.
So we didn't think we were quite heavy enough. So.
You thought you were doing too much at the loading. You were like, I need another geezer in here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
yeah. And
more shit to step over.
That's another one to split the van between as well. To be fair, solid move.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then we have to. Now we've gone from my truck to a van, so it's going to cost us a little bit more to gig about and stuff. But we've also can do more gigs, I guess.
Sick.
Because we've got the option of, if one of them can't, the other two can normally. So.
It's a good system. It's the same system. And we were talking to Harry from God Complex. That's the same sort of system that they were talking about. Is having the three guitarists and then putting together what you can as a lineup to play shows. On that note, what you got lined up to kind of support the EP? Are you doing any shows?
So we've got a Halloween show.
Sweet.
Obviously next Friday.
Ooh,
dressing up.
Spooky.
Come on. Up, but we're going
costume?
American style. Well, if I tell you, people will know.
Oh, it's a big surprise.
I'm going to ruin the big surprise.
No. I think we're all going as cholos.
That would be so sick.
Yeah, I think we're going as like suicidal tendencies cholos.
Amazing.
That would be fantastic.
Love that.
And then what we've got what's it called? Wild and Dark and Wild in Leeds, which is at the brewery, but that's sold out, and we're headlining that.
Hell
and
yeah!
It's free beer, so we've booked the hotel.
Oh,
free beer.
Free beer. Do they know what they're doing?
That's
the last time we got free beer at a gig, which was Birmingham, some at Devil's Dog at Digbeth. It closed down the day after. That was in hours. We emptied the bar. Literally emptied the bar.
Was that the day before we saw you in Brighton and everyone was hanging?
Yeah.
Did Big Rob have a bit of a mishap?
Yeah.
That was it. That was the wall.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That tour. And then we've got 2 long weekends with Raging Speed on, which is
cool.
It was unbelievable to get offered that.
That's sick.
And I think certainly 3 of the shows have been upgraded to larger venues and then sold out. And then I think there's only one. I think there's one gig that hasn't sold out on the bloody tour. So that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That's absolutely wicked, man.
Yeah, we're like over the moon with that. We've got what else we've got? We've got more. We've got one in Hitchin in December, and I'm sure we've got something else in between that.
Big
as
up
well.
Hitchin.
I think
My
we're
mate
nearly
Fonzie's
every
from
weekend in.
My mate Fonzie's from there, from Hitchin. Big up Hitchin.
Come on in, Fonzie.
Big up.
Yeah, big up, Fonzie.
No, he lives down here. He can't come. It's the only thing I know about Hitchin is that he used to live there.
I don't even know where it is.
I have no idea myself.
I think is it near Luton?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go with that. Why not?
Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah, it's somewhere near itself. Apparently, it's got some really good food bars as well, so we'll be stuffing our faces.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
Food comas on stage.
Yeah.
Sick. Jim, I thought we'd have some fun, and I would ask you. You might not know this about me, but I'm an aspiring journalist, and I'm really into just really deep, meaningful questions and extracting serious Pulitzer Prize-winning data from you. So I thought we'd have. It's been a while since we did a bit of a game on the show, and I thought, why not? It's not really a game; it's more of just some very hard hitting questions. Thoughts on global politics.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, get serious, mate. Stop smiling.
Jim, if Jimmy Savile knocked your door and he goes, Jimbo, I need to get away from the feds. The heat's on me. I've not actually been dead this whole time. Can I stay in your spare bed, right, till the heat dies down? But he offers you $1,000. He offers you $10,000 a week, but you've got to cook his meals and he eats them with you. He's got full reign of the house. Sometimes he might take it to his room if he's not feeling up to it, but he's basically a lodger. So yeah, he's popped round. He says, Jim, look, don't believe everything you hear in the news. I'm not all that bad. Can I, here's $10,000 a week for me to live in your house. You got to cook him all his meals.
So do we know his history, or is he?
Yeah. It's like he's not been dead, but you get $10,000 a week to keep.
I know I get $10,000 a week, but that wouldn't buy enough fuel to set him on fire. There wouldn't be enough petrol. I've got a 14-year-old daughter. No, it would be, Jim, go and stand in the garden whilst I douse you in petrol. No, $10,000 ain't worth it, man.
Good answer.
There's no money worth that.
No,
it's $10,000 a week. He could be with you all year.
No,
$10,000.
No.
You pay me $10,000 a second, I wouldn't do it.
No, he would be buried in concrete upside down.
Good man.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah. It's the right answer as well. And I know it's probably going to get a bit of controversy, but I applaud the man who really sorted out Mr. Watkins.
Fucking hell.
Oh, true.
Fucking
True.
Yeah, agreed.
Jim, if you have a bit of a heavy night, right? Next question. Next question. You have a bit of a heavy night. You wake up and you're in a bit of a weird place. A geezer comes up. He's in like a doctor's outfit, and he goes, I'm very sorry, Jimbo, but you're going to have to be human centipeded. And it's you and it's the whole band. He goes, I'm gonna do it in a few hours. But it turns out he's taken a shine to you. He quite likes you, and he said, "Look, I'll let you decide where you go in the human centipede of the band."
I'm at the front without even thinking.
You're not allowed to be at the front. You get to choose who you're behind
cool.
and who's. You get to choose who you're behind and who's behind you.
Oh God!
In the band.
Which one of my band watches his ass more? Fucking hell.
This might be the weirdest band interview anyone's ever done ever.
Oh, man.
I'm having fun here.
I know you are. I wouldn't be. I think it'd have to be fucking. This is a weird. I've just realised we've just. Yeah, no, we just split up.
No, it's inevitable. You're inevitable.
Phil at the front, and I don't give a shit who's behind me.
You get to choose, though.
Yeah, Phil at the front, because he's probably the cleanest one out of the lot of them.
Solid logic.
Yeah, he's probably the cleanest one, and he eats the best probably out of us all.
The
So,
healthiest.
I don't know. Yeah, probably that.
Sound logic.
Yeah. Either that or you can sew my own lips to my ass.
It just become the human
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
Yeah. Oh God, go on then. I want to hear the next one.
Jeez.
You've got to have one
Do
more,
we?
really good.
I've got a couple more.
I am enjoying this.
I've got a couple
I
more.
haven't drunk. This is like that's the only thing I've drank.
Come on, have a drink. Would you rather every meal for a year consists of smart price lager and nothing else, or have to ask every person in every shop that you go to, or one person in every shop that you go to for a kiss? Any time you go to the shop, and you're going to pay, and you're at the checkouts, you have to ask them for a kiss. You know, they might say yes or no. That's not part of it, but you have to request a kiss. And even if you go to the self-service, the red light goes off, and they come over, and you can't cheat it.
Oh, you see, I might be all right here because my missus works at Morrison, so.
Oh, you gamed your
Easy.
system, Sonny.
Yeah, I won't drink the lager. Fuck that, man. No. Let's go for kisses.
But what about when you have to? I mean, to be fair, you could probably do everything you need in Morrison's. You could get absolutely everything.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what about if you fancy a chippy?
And the kiss. Brilliant.
You go away for a week's holiday, you'd have to take all of your shopping with you, so you could do it at the shop where your missus works.
So you're going with the kiss. You're
Yeah.
steering clear of the smart price lager.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it, is it? You could probably catch more off Smart Price Lager than you can kisses.
This one's just a bit light-hearted, really. Have you got any? Have you got like a secret Dragon's Den business idea that you're always keeping? You know, that you always say every time you watch the show. Like, do you ever watch? I watch it quite a lot.
I don't watch it.
Have you
No,
got a
I don't
secret
watch a lot of
Dragon's
something.
Den?
Go on, what's Jim's $1 billion idea?
Yeah.
If you say it and it's recorded,
Selling kisses at Morrison's.
So if you say it in recorded format, that counts as trademark.
does
So
it?
no one can steal
Okay.
it from you. So come on, hit us with it. Let's hear it.
A business, you know,
A really good business.
a top quality business that doesn't exist.
Shout of blokes playing really heavy guitars. It'll catch on, I'm sure.
I'll give you £1 million for 10%.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, business-wise, no. I don't know. Selling beheaded Zionists.
You know, that could catch on.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would.
I'm sure there'd be a market for it.
Sure, there's a market for it.
Have you got one, son? What's your $1 billion idea?
Yeah, I have. It's actually such a powerful idea. I don't know if I want to say it, Gary. Cause I don't want it
okay.
to- No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Talk about it later.
no,
Talk about the
I'm
business
joking.
plan.
I'm joking. It's something that I always talk about. Indoor dog park.
Like it.
A chain of indoor dog
Imagine the
parks.
smell in there, though.
Like it.
There's ways to sort that out. There's ways.
Hose
There's
it down.
ways.
It's fine.
Hose it
It's
down.
air
You put
conditioners
all
with
artificial
perfume in
graft.
them.
You
Hose it
do
down.
some. You know, you have people monitoring it. You know, there's ways to get around that, Jimbo. I've thought about this for a long.
Have you?
Indoor dog park, mate. How many times do you try and go and walk the dog, and it's absolutely twatting it down?
None, because I ain't got a dog.
Well, not you.
I know that pain very well. It sucks.
Yeah. And I think it would operate on a subscription basis.
I mean,
That's
I suppose
how I would do
the
it.
cat shop things, you know, where you can go in and pet cats and that inside. Yeah, I mean, they sell well, don't they? So why wouldn't you be able to do it with a dog?
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
cats are already there. They're not your cats.
Well, I
are
know,
they?
but do you know what I mean?
You don't take your own
But
cat.
that's what I'm
to
saying.
the
That
cat cafe.
that idea of, you know, that
No,
idea of
okay,
working
you're right,
indoors.
you're
No,
right.
it's like a park. There's all the bits in there. It's just
Yeah.
like the things they can run around. It's somewhere you can take your dog and exercise them, but it's indoors. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big,
Yeah, no,
it's like a
I get it.
football
Yeah, it's a
pitch
good
of
idea.
AstroTurf. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it, you know, put some food in there. I think it's a banger of an idea.
Haven't they got that idea already though? Somewhere in like South America, isn't that where you just? It's called dog
where it's-
fighting.
Places where it's too hot, so they're air conditioned.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had an idea, but someone's already beaten me to it. My idea was moshicize. Someone's already beaten me to it. There's a guy on TikTok who does it.
One of the festivals do it, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't do moshicize like mine was going to be like literal like mosh moves, and there'd be a band who like play breakdowns, so you'd all be getting together. There'd be someone in the front of it showing you like, right, pick up the change, and everyone's like basically like Zumba, but with like mosh pits. But I think someone's stolen it. There's a geezer on TikTok who does like mosh workouts.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Damn it. He's beating me to it.
Damn
my laziness.
Should have been you.
If only I could get off of my arse, maybe I would have achieved something. But you know me.
Oh, well. Right.
Any more great questions, Sonny? Come on. You must have another
come on.
one.
You got one more.
You got another one.
Well, yeah, this one's not really that great. So this was inspired by your press photo that every time I see it, is that the same photo from last time, you cheeky cunt? The photo that came with the press pack. Did you not get new photos for this one? I swear,
no,
I swear it's the old one.
You
cheeky cunt.
No,
it's a different one, but it's from the same sort of thing.
From the same set.
Same night. Yeah. It is different.
In that photo, it looks like you're standing in front of a distant shopping centre. There's sort of like these lights in the air. Like if you got, if you had to accept a sponsorship for the band from a British high street establishment, what would it be?
Willis Ludlow's, Woolworths.
No, an active.
Oh, okay. I'm always looking for a loophole. Fucking hell. I don't know.
I could see you guys being sponsored by
Pulse and
Greggs.
Cocktails.
By what?
Pulse and Cocktails.
The fuck is that?
Sex shop.
Sex shop. Okay.
Sex shop.
Well, because Hull's got the largest sex shop in Europe.
Has it?
Oh, you're going to get sponsored by them. Okay.
Love that.
Makes a lot of sense. You'd have to update your promo pictures where you're all being like gimp suits and that.
Yeah, obviously. We're all looking a bit Danzig in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your microphone's a double ender.
Actually.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm sure Marilyn Manson's already done that, but anyway.
God.
Cancelled.
Stop bringing up these awful people, Jim. Well, I found that incredibly enlightening, Sonny. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I thought that was just a nice bit of
so
fun.
much better now.
Yeah.
That's what you do for a living. I'm a journalist.
Yeah. You'll be fielding calls from the News of the World. Or does that News of the World don't exist anymore, does it?
Yeah.
I might get locked up for saying what I've just said about Zionists. So, the way that seems to be going.
It's okay, Jim. It's only the internet, mate. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Jimbo.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you,
DP
chaps.
is fantastic, mate.
Thank you.
You lot have smashed it. Go and see them if they come to your hometown, or if they don't, drive to where they are. Like, just go and see them. They're fantastic. Yeah, big up yourself, Jim. It's been a pleasure, mate. We'll see.
Thank you,
we'll
dudes.
see everyone soon.
We're also about to talk about a lovely record with Jimbo, so you should probably stick around and click the next video if you want more of him.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Or I'll stab you in the eye, you prick.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.